Hello, boys and girls. Mrs. Sadowski here with our Math Module 6, Lesson 15 homework answers. So here we go. This lesson was all about realizing that $1 is made up of 100 pennies. And so we can think of dollars and pennies in terms of fractions of a whole. So if you have 100 pennies, that is like having one whole dollar, okay? And you can see 100 cents is like having 100 out of 100 of a dollar. So if you only had one little penny, if I were to shade in just one of these little guys, we would be looking at 1/100th of a penny. We all agree? 3 pennies, we're looking at 3/100ths of a dollar. 20 pennies, we're looking at 20/100ths of a dollar, or 2/10ths, correct? And 37 pennies, we're looking at 37/100ths or 37/100ths, written like that. So hopefully this is going pretty easy for you. I know some of you might have looked at it and gone, okay, this is too easy. This can't possibly be the problem. But it's what you were supposed to do. Now we can look at it in terms of dimes. You see, it takes 10 dimes to make a dollar. So if we have 10 dimes, that is one whole dollar, because we have 10 out of 10 dimes. If you're looking at 2 dimes, well, you might be thinking, that's 20 cents or 2/10ths of a dollar, because notice the 2 is in that tenths place. 4 dimes, I hope you know that's 40 cents. We're dealing with 4/10ths of a dollar. 6 dimes would be 60 cents or 6/10ths of a dollar. 9 dimes, we're going to be dealing with 90 cents or 9/10ths of a dollar. So hopefully that went okay. So whenever you're doing, decimals, if it's hard to think about it in terms of the fraction, just think about the money. 2 dimes, 20 cents. Quarters, same kind of thing. If you had 3 quarters, well, each quarter is 25 cents. If you have 3 quarters, that is 75 cents or 75 out of 100. 2 quarters, well, 2 quarters is 50 cents or 50 out of the 100. 4 quarters would make a full dollar. And if you had just 1 quarter, well, that's just 25 cents. Now, something that your math book doesn't show you is that a lot of people will say, well, if you have 3 quarters, that's 3/4. And half a dollar, that's 50 cents. This, of course, is one whole. And if you had 1/4, that's like having a quarter of something. And a lot of that terminology, the 3 quarters, 1/4, or 1 quarter, it comes back to this tie-in for money, just in case you were wondering. All right, flipping the page now, we'll go to the back side. And this is where they start to have a little fun and make you think a little more. So if you have 5 dimes and 8 pennies, well, I'm hoping that you know that 5 dimes would be 50 cents. And 8 pennies would be 8 cents. So if we put those together, you're going to end up with 58 cents. Make sense? If you have 3 quarters and 13 pennies, and I'm going to do this work kind of over to the side here because there's more space. So 3 quarters is 75 cents. 13 pennies would be 13 cents. If we add those up, again, always making sure to line up the decimals, we will have 88 cents. Okay. Over here, 3 quarters, 7 dimes, 16 pennies. Okay, so we're looking at 3 quarters is 75 cents. We'll add to that 7 dimes. 7 dimes would be like having 70 cents, right? 16 pennies, that would be like having 16 cents. So we'll add all that up. 5 plus 6 is 11. Bring that 1 up there. 7 and 7 is 14. That makes 15. That makes 16. Carry our 1. We are at $1.61. Over here, they say 187 cents is what fraction of a dollar? Well, if I have 187 cents and I know a dollar is made up of 100 cents, hopefully you're realizing that 187 out of 100, we can pull 100 out of there. So that's going to be 1 whole and then the 87 over 100. And because they asked for a fraction, we'll make sure to leave that fraction. So far, so good? I hope so. Our last 3 questions. We have $1, 2 dimes, 13 pennies. We're going to add to that $2.75. Well, $1 and 2 dimes would be like $1.20, right? But we also have 13 pennies, so we better remember to add that in. So we're going to be dealing with $1.33. That's this part right here is that. Now, to add to that, we're going to have $2. 3/4 is worth 75 cents. Okay? So now we need to put those together. $1.33, $2.75. We'll add that up and we'll get $4.08. Notice, I'm not trying to do this in my head. If I really, really wanted to focus, could I? Yes. But why stress my poor brain out that much? I've got the space. Use the space, calculate the math. You're far more likely to get the answer right. So here we go, $2.06. So I want to figure out how much that is. $2.06. Well, that's $2. 6 dimes is 60 cents. Now I have $2 and $2.02. Well, $2.02 is 50 cents. And I got to add in the 16 pennies. So I might as well add that up underneath here. Okay, so I'm dealing with 266. Now I can take these 2 numbers and put them together. $2.66. We add them up. 12, carry the 1. And we have $5.26. Our last problem. They want us to do $8.08. All right, fine. $8. And then 8 dimes would be 80 cents, right? Now we have $7 1/4. Okay, so $7 1/4 would look like that. And 8 more dimes. Well, that's going to be 80 cents, right? So if we add this up, we've got $8.05. So now we can put these 2 things together. $8.80 plus $8.05. That's going to be 5. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. $16.85. And there we have it. We're done with the lesson 15 homework. Hopefully it went well for you. See you next time.